Our phone-in segment today tackles a question that has troubled many Nigerians for decades, which is selective justice. Are some people above the law? Now, from the early years after independence through military rule and now in our democracy, we've seen the same troubling pattern. When it's an ordinary citizen, justice can be swift, even harsh. But when it's a powerful politician, a wealthy business figure, or someone with strong connections, the wheels of justice seem to slow down, sometimes to complete stop. We've had recent stories of market traders jailed within days for minor offenses, while high-profile corruption cases drag on for years. This year alone, allegations of massive financial mismanagement by certain top officials have raised public anger, many asking why some are prosecuted and others are left untouched. For the average Nigerian struggling with the cost of living and trying to play by the rules, it can feel like there are two sets of laws, one for the powerful and another for everyone else. So this morning, we want to hear from you. In Nigeria, is justice truly blind, or does it peek to see who's in the dock? Call in and share your thoughts this morning. The numbers are displayed on your screen. You can also send us a WhatsApp message, share your thoughts on this topic. What do you think when it comes to serving justice at the end of the day? Hauwa, you know, when they say no one is above the law, in Nigeria, take a look around you. It feels that, you know, the law bends to, you know, some certain, you know, group of people, you know, just like we rightly said in our introduction, when it comes to, you know, the poor man, the man who has no voice, no one to fight for him, you know, their judgment is sharply, like, you know, every Nigeria will say sharply. You know, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, when you look at it, whatever it is, you have to hear, you know, what the people are saying. You have to hear the cries of the people. We've had a lot of cases that you would see a person might be arrested and, you know, locked up, and they wouldn't even see the light of the talk less of going to court, and you know, that person being you know, sentenced and given the rightful you know, years they're supposed to serve. Some are just taken straight from, you know, the police station up to into the prison, and they would live their lives there and forgotten about. And a lot of that has happened you know, in this country. So where do we start from? What do we do? And that is why a lot of people would say that if you are well-to-do, if you are that with power and connection and wealthy as well, the law does not apply to you as well. And that in itself, it is something to look at, because when the law does not apply to everybody,
okay, we have a caller
it is
on the line.
a dangerous thing. All right, we have our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Ade calling from London.
Good morning, Ade. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Miamuna.
Good morning.
So what is your take on this issue?
People, not that people are above the law, people are the law. Some people are the law itself. So that's what is happening in Nigeria. They are the law. You see, I feel sorry for, when it comes to justice in my country, it only affects the poor people. For example, even though we Nigerians, some of us have fought in this issue. When, for example, in EFCC, Yaya Bello, when I was looking for Yaya Bello, I saw a lawyer appear on TVC, was defending Yaya Bello, that they should give him that he's a good man, he has done so, a lawyer on national TV defending Yaya Bello, on Yaya Bello submitted himself. And when they arrest Tambua, also there is politics. Look at how many poor people are in Togo who have jobs. And the governor allegedly with their 86 billion. As a Nigerian still come to defend them. Now look at the case of Kwan. Because if you are trying to be president, they let you go. But the poor girl, he sent out to Kirikiri and said they are just the case in October. With that girl now stay in Kirikiri till October, someone that didn't prepare for something, she can fall sick, she can be infected, anything can happen to her. You see? And lawyers in Nigeria should have risen up and make sure they get that guy out of that kiri. Why do they let Kwan, who committed a serious crime, delay passengers, 60 passengers in the plane, stand in front of the plane, but this girl only acted when the plane was on ground, and they sent her to Kirikiri. I mean, this is so, it's not fair. And I said the president to have uttered a word about someone that, no, I'm a friend of all Nigerians. They should handle the case different, but they were silent of Asoro. And this is not good for the image of the president. Because Hauwa is boasting as if he owns everybody in Nigeria, even trusting the owner of the plane. So because they know they are the law themselves, so not that they are on top, they are even the law. The common people are the ones suffering. So I want to advise my fellow Nigerians, once the FCC arrest somebody that embezzling money, don't come out and defend them. Don't come out, please, because if they don't see evidence, they will not arrest them. And they are depriving the poor people. Look at what happened in Bauchi. A good friend of mine called me from Bauchi yesterday. His son was cutlass on the head. His son in Polytechnic. And they paid all their food. I have to send money to him, emergency. I didn't plan for it, but I can't even stop me. To buy me to do everything. Unnecessary expensive because no security in their hostel. I mean, you can imagine, but government, they are embezzling money, this government, they won't do what they are supposed to do. So, justice, they don't know they are above the law, they are the law themselves. So, God judgment, nobody can escape that. I believe that. God will bless Nigeria. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Ade.
Ade closed his, contributions by saying that God Day at the end of the day, that is always the face of every Nigerian, because if you look around, Nigerians have really lost, hope and confidence in the judicial system. They feel that, because they don't have connections, or they are not, at the top, or they are not politicians, or they are not, big shots and all of that. When there are cases like that, theirs are being thrown under the bus at the end of the day.
And just like, Adi cited an example of the recent incidents that happened when it came to, disturbances in the airlines, the Kwamwan and this particular girl that disturbed. Yeah, exactly. You would see the way it was handled were two different cases, and there are lots of cases when it comes to discrepancies when it comes to embezzlement, mismanagement, and all of that. Where is Ponde at this particular moment? Where's Desani? Where's, as he said? Let's take our next
we have
caller.
Another caller on the line.
Yes, hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Bagudu.
Good morning, Shetima.
Good morning, Trust TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shetima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shetima. Thank you for joining us. What is your take on this?
Well, selective justice. Some people above the law. Of course, we have there many in Nigeria who are there above the law. They can do and do, they go free. Nothing will happen. They can even take a human life and nothing will happen. We see it in many places. And nobody will even question them because they are above the law, as you said. But if you go going by our laws are okay. But are you receiving the justice at the end? That's where the question lies. And if you go to the meaning of the law in Nigeria, we hear lawyers saying law is made by superior to inferior and followed by sanction. If you look at this the definition, you know that there is something hidden on the ground. Law is made by superior, those at the top. To inferior, we at the bottom, and followed by sanction. So if you break it at the lower level, you face the consequences. Because at the top level, they are the ones that make the law. They make it to those at the bottom. We are the inferior. So what do you expect? If you stand on this definition, you know that there is some people who are above the law. So, and also, the problem that we are facing is by adopting Western laws that they have been in practice in London for the almost in top 7 centuries, 18th centuries, 14th centuries, 12th centuries. Why can't you modify them? We have to modify them to suit our living here in Africa. We are Africans. Why are we borrowing laws from foreign lands to implement it here? That is why the problem lies. Look, if at all we will adopt, as the student of history, how justice is drawing in the olden days when Africa was African, you will have a sound law, you have a sound judgment. If at all your ward head or your imam or your pastor will sit down and make a justice, you will see a justice, sound justice, fairness, equity will drop. But here, nowadays, what we are seeing is somebody will wear his white, black coat. He was not there when the things happened. He will be blowing grammar in the courtroom, where he will be hide your right and promote a polter because of money. That is, I'm talking about lawyers. They should forgive me, but this is the reality. This is what is happening. But we have to understand, anything that judge here, it will be rejudged in hereafter. If you are a lawyer or you are a judge, you have oppressed a weaker person. This judgment must be reversed hereafter. Where there is no any lawyer can stand, you stand before the Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah will judge the case himself, and nobody will go scot-free. That statue that you are seeing, they cover his eyes. It was seen that the eyes is covered, but the eyes is open. For the Nigerians, that is their eyes, they are seeing clearly. They know who will be the person that will be, they will be give the judgment. It's a selective judgment. It's a selective judgment. Look at our political office holders. They can do and nothing will happen to them. Anybody that you see, he was arraigned before the court or before the EFCC, he have an issue with the ruling government. This is what is happening. But we reserve anything to Almighty Allah. As Ade was saying, Allah, God day. What are you going to do except to say that statement? God day. It's true, because your right has been denied to you, and everybody is seeing that right, right clearly, but they will turn back against it simply because you are weak. You are nothing. But before Almighty Allah, you are something. My brothers and sisters, we have to exercise patience. There is life after this one. Any cheating, it will not go scot-free. It will not go scot-free. We all know. In our divine books, we have read that nobody will cheat somebody and go free. If you go free here, you will not go free hereafter. So may Allah help us. May Allah sanitize our country. May Allah put the fear of God into the mind of each and every one, so that justice will be drawn in our society. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Shatima, for all of that. There's one thing I'd like to say is that we would have to remember that when it comes to the judicial system, the discrepancies that we see are not only when it comes to, political figures or political issues. There are lots of issues down even at the grassroots that go on, and it needs to be looked at and have a total overhaul. For example, I can remember there's a situation where there's a girl that was raped by a top person in their village, and action was not taken due to the fact that that person was wealthy, that person could buy his way out of whatever a bad situation that he got himself into. And at the end of the day, that girl was the one that got to suffer the consequences of his actions, and she was mocked in the community, outcasted in the community, and that in itself would drive someone to do something that is drastic and bad. All right, let's take our next caller. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
My name is Adamu from Lagos State.
All right, thank you for joining us. What is your take on this issue?
You see, well done again. You see that northerner that spoke? I appreciate what you just said. If you think you are above the law, or the law is not taking its course, there's afterwards. In Yoruba, we call it atumbotan. In this case of this lady and Kwamwan, we just have to be more diplomatic. Because it's our country. Both of them belong to us. And then that's why they say the law is flexible. If, because your child urinated at home, you want to remove his private parts, what will you use after then? Because your child commit an offense, taking meat from your pot, you want to cut the hand away, the hand can be useful for another thing. So we should, we are Africans, we are black, we are Nigerian, and God has always been with us. The way we have been managing ourselves as one society has been there for us. So whatever we are facing now, as the challenges of new culture, new system of life, before now those things happening one way or the other, but because of this social media has exposed so many things, and we'll be managing ourselves. Now, because now, if anything happens now, social media will pick it up. Now, if your husband push your chest now, if you snap him, there is a problem. Normally, without social media, you can manage your husband. If you push your husband, and your husband, you say, look at what my wife is doing to me. So these days, being who we are, where we are coming from, where we remember we are coming from, we should manage ourselves. Nobody says the law should not take course. But we should remember one thing: whatever we do, under any influence, there is always afterwards. So I want to beg all of us as a citizens of Nigeria, as a law enforcement agency, as whatever it is, let's show the love we have for ourselves, so that we won't have problem. That lady now, they should just see how they can manage her, appeal to her. Whatsoever they should appeal because it is wrong. The pilot lady, we should manage ourselves. There is a way we can be able to manage ourselves around ourselves. If not, we won't be able to survive the country as a whole. Please don't let social media bring issues to all of us. We love ourselves. The Kaduna, the Abu, the Gwagi, the Yoruba, all of us are one. I just want to beg, in the name of God, let's show love. Don't let us castigate ourselves. And that has keep us together. Thank you, journalist.
All right, thank you very much for that. As he said, we are all one, we are all Nigerians, but we cannot forget the fact that what is wrong is wrong, and what is right is right. And at the end of the day, that is why there are rules and regulations, and there's law and the judicial system as well. And we are here to talk about it being fixed up and doing the right thing at the right time, and make sure justice is being served. Right?
Absolutely. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, this is Abasenkon. Ladies, good morning. Just TV, good morning.
Good morning, Abasenkon. Thank you for joining us.
The last caller has been a very wonderful speaker. Very wonderful speaker. Shetima, very wonderful speaker. Each time I hear Shetima come on board, I don't feel like talking again. Therefore, yesterday I did not talk, because when I see Shetima on board, in fact, he's in a plane. And look at this gentleman that came up again this morning. Very wonderful speaker. He analyzed everything that Shetima said. So all what I just want to add now is that in life, we constantly evolve around in circles. That means everything that is happening to us is in circles. It continues to evolve. But must we not change as we are evolving, as we are growing? Must we continue to demean ourselves, to devalue ourselves, to remain perpetually in doing the wrong thing? Just like your topic, wonderful topic I said today, selective injustice. Some people are selected and then they are not treated as they will just be punishing them unjustly. You are in the you are right second, then you go to court, you will not get the right justice. A lot of people are in the prisons today. The offense alleged were not committed because the people they had to fight with, they have the money, they have the cash, they have everything. So I just want to continue by saying that what we perceive with our five senses, which is we see, we smell, we touch, we feel, and taste, they must one day come back as a boomeranging factor. They must boomerang. If we don't do the right things, what we see, what we perceive, what we smell, what we touch, if we are not doing the right thing, they will boomerang. They will come back and fight us back. They will fight us back. I want to add this by saying that, one, we must frown at certain things that demean our life. Give a second thought to what we hear. We must give a second thought to the things we hear. Because the things we hear are those things that comes out of us. That will later come out of us. Two, pay close attention to humans and let God's life be your example. We should always look at your TV. I'm always learning something. One day after the other. Look at when this lady was giving me this today. Fatima, I listened. I'm always happy when I'm listening to Trust. I was learning a lot of things that she was presenting the news. So the things I learned yesterday, I've never learned them before. Because I stayed back to listen to 9 o'clock news. Now, 3, I want to add that don't hesitate. Hesitate to discipline your children. Don't give platform for our children to become like what is happening abroad. Just like the last caller said, this social media have so bastardized our children. On this year program, I watched Kenya. They have a platform where they want to do film. That can never happen in Nigeria. And they should discipline all these, what do they call it, MCS. If they are not doing the right thing, they should sideline them and then create Nigeria have money. They should evolve. They should move forward. The fifth word is that don't be envious of those who are in sin, those who are sinners, those who are doing the wrong thing, those who are thieves, take pastors, take imams, who are moving flashly with SUV. Don't envy them. Don't envy people who are not doing the right thing. Once we envy them, our children are watching. There are a lot of fake people around. We must not allow them to demean our system.
All right. All right, thank you very much, Abbas Kong, for all of that. It is appreciated. All right, we have a lot of WhatsApp messages. Absolutely. We will start from a message from Usman All right. We have a message from Usman Santuraki Beti in Jimeta Yola. He says, good morning. Hauwa, the co-host of Daybreak. Selective justice in Nigeria. Yes, there is selective in the dispensation of justice in this country, because it really seems that there are two laws in the country, one for the rich and another for the poor. Imagine a person who stole a chicken being convicted for 20 years or more, and a person who used his office and stole billions of naira now being convicted but rather given bail, and that ends the case. Moreover, political leaders who fretted away public funds in billions, the law is bent for them. For those who have no voice can be sentenced for long years. Therefore, the law is not applied with equity, but rather selective in Nigeria. Some people, especially the political leaders, are above the law, as the law is meant for the lowest ones in the country. Thank you, and remain blessed. Thank you so much, Osman Santaraki from Jimmy Tayola. Miamuna,
Okay,
what do we have next?
We have another message by Nandi Bete from Ogoja. He says on selective justice is a crime against the democracy. The impression being given is that some people are above the law. Now, this is a fallacy and an evil which can only be perpetrated out of narrow-mindedness. The earlier our institutions start operating objectively in accordance with the status, establishing them, the better for the overall health of this nation. Thank you for sending in your message.
All right, next up, we have another message from Abdurrahman Aminu. He says, good morning, Trust TV. My name is Abdurrahman Amin. In the past few days, we've seen stories that say a lot about the state of our country. An 18-year-old in Niger State faked his own kidnapping, asking his mother for 50 million naira. A core member in Lagos went viral, claiming NYC punished her for a social media post, but NYC said it was because she missed a biometric clearance, same as over 130 others. Then there's the Ibom Air passenger who assaulted crew members. She was swiftly arrested, remanded, and banned from flying for life. Compare that to ValueJet's case, where music star Kwamwan blocked a plane from taxiing, endangering lives, yet walked away with just a video apology. These cases reveal two things. Our leaders are not doing enough in security, justice, and economic growth, and our youths are also losing their moral compass. Even worse, the way justice is applied in Nigeria often it depends on whether you are rich or poor. Two wrongs can never make a right. We must demand fairness from our leaders and responsibility from ourselves. That's the only way we can fix both the system and the society. God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman Amin. That is an in-depth analysis of what is going on.
Really, wow, more messages are coming in. We have another message, don't know names, I'll just go straight. Good morning, Daybreak. There is no gainsaying that the law is only efficacious on the poor in Nigeria. Selective justice has gained a prominent place in our society because the high and mighty appears to be above the law in Nigeria. Please, I wish to get your organization's contact because I have an interesting story I would love your platform to publish. Thank you for all you do for the betterment of our society. Thank you for sending in your message. And Hauwa?
Yes. All right. Thank you all for calling in and all the WhatsApp messages. We got your voice does matter here on a Daybreak. And we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll be diving straight into our discussion segment. Make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss out. We'll be right back.